I came to a realization in 2019 at the end of the summer. I had a crazy summer in Miami doing my concierge thing, like partying, yacht parties. You know, I was lit, quote unquote lit. I'm talking about it was the best time, you know, outside, you know, looking in like, damn, J.O. is in Miami living the life. But really, that was probably one of the first times I realized I was depressed.
Wow.
Because I wasn't living out my purpose. I was you know what Haitians say, like we say gaspé, like felt like I was wasting my energy, right? Whole summer. But I like I said, during that summer I was traveling, I was doing a lot of things, but it wasn't fulfilling me. And at the end of the summer, I was sitting on the balcony in Miami, and I was looking out and I was like, damn, like, you know, I rented an Airbnb for a month and I'm sitting in this Airbnb and I'm just like, you spent all this bread on this Airbnb. You've been lit all summer. You've had a great time, you know, which don't get me wrong, it was a good time. But you still feel empty inside. And the message that was downloaded to me was, I want you to understand that you don't need anyone, anybody, anything to get closer to me, right? This is Source speaking to me, because at the time I was going through like the spiritual journey, trying to figure out whether religion was the thing for me, or whether, you know, whether what I always thought as a child, my relationship with God, what I used to think as a younger child, like, is that really where I lie? And it came full circle. It was like, I don't need anybody to tell me how to have my relationship with God and or Source or the universe. And that message literally came to me. And the next message was, everything in your divine purpose is already inside of you. So until you look within, you're still going to continue this cycle of nothingness, essentially. Because even though it seemed like it was all great, you know, yacht parties, top of the line restaurants, shopping, wasting bread, all this other stuff, you know, for the gram, emptiness.
Only on camera. Look, only on camera.
Emptiness. And that was 2019, and I haven't looked back since. And ever since, my life has literally just shot up. You know, making the most money I've ever made in my career, and I'm not even close to, like I say, I'm gonna touch up Billy.
Period.
I'm not even close. You know what I'm saying? And I keep going. That's why I'm up at 4 a.m. right now, because I'm having this great conversation with my cousins. But I'm up at 4 a.m. majority of the nights because I'm on Zoom calls, tapping into different companies, trading, investing in the crypto, dropping NFT projects, working on my huge project that I ultimately want for my meal prep company. You know, this is all these things that I got notepads. I got all type of notepads. I don't even know why I use notepads when I got a MacBook right here, but I just feel like writing it down.
No, I'm a writer too. It's
Me
much
too.
better.
I like to write and cross out.
I feel like when you write it down, you're essentially casting a spell and manifesting that for real. Like,
I used to say,
yeah, of course they're not gonna like that, but I don't care. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, you know, it's...
No, I completely agree with you on the looking on the inside, because when I was dealing with my depression too, like, I just knew something wasn't right. It wasn't until I turned everything off. Social media, music, TV, everything was off. Like, I just spoke to my family to let them know I was good. But it wasn't until I was journaling. I was doing therapy. I wasn't on any medications or anything like that. But I really had to look within myself. And it was the best time in my life. I've never felt so fulfilled, so complete. And I wish I could go back to that. But you know, when you're dealing with life, like fully understanding who you are as a person, like really getting to know you, it kind of helps you to snap out of certain things a little bit quicker. And I
Yeah.
wish that every single person would do that, like figure out who they are,
Facts.
because
What did you
it'll help
what
you.
did you do? What did you do during that time to snap out of it? People would probably like to hear
Um,
that.
yeah. So I mean, it was a really, really dark place when I was like, ooh, something, this isn't normal, and this isn't right. Plus, I just felt myself going deeper and deeper and deeper into the hole. And it first started with reaching out to a mental health practitioner. Um, and thankfully, the school I was at, that was just free service. So it started there, just talking to them. And I would also like to tell people, recommend, like, when it comes to seeking out therapy, you should be selective. Don't just go to the first person you see and just accept them or whatever your insurance provides. You have to make sure that it's a safe space for you and you feel comfortable and you're actually getting something out of it. So I needed to do that, you know, put all my issues on the table and then realize, why is this even an issue in the first place? I started reading more books on purpose. I was reading The Purpose Driven Life. I definitely realized during that time too, you know, when you're dealing with depression, when you listen to certain things, certain music and watching certain stuff, the messages, it kind of just digs you deeper into that hole. So I cut out all secular music because a lot of them were like, excuse my language, fuck that nigga, or I'm so mad, or you know what I'm saying? It's all that stuff. And I'm like, I'm already feeling this type of way. Like, I don't need this energy right now. So I cut it off. Then social media was like, it definitely was not helpful whatsoever. You're seeing people with this, you know, meticulously propped together life and all this other stuff. And it's like, I'm not feeling well. It wasn't like I was hating on people, but I didn't give a fuck about seeing what other people were doing, to be honest with you. And then it also was like, how can people be so happy when life is so miserable, right? So I needed to cut that off. So I completely cut it off. I focused more into the schooling too. And because I actually did love learning. And I started working out like for real in my life during this time. That was one of the best invigorating things I could have ever done. That was very helpful. It's like a de-stressor, you know? You have so much built up, but then, because I never liked working out, I hated sweating, and I was just like, I don't like that. But I would just build up all that energy that I had, that negative energy, and just go to the gym. I wasn't really eating when I'm depressed. I don't really eat like that. But then I started focusing more on like having healthier diet. I'm focusing more on that too. So it was just an all around change. The things that were coming into my body, be it physically, like my food, being more physically active. Also, what the type of energy I was receiving and the amount of people. I was cutting people off. I cut off the outside energy and entertainment, all that other stuff. And I made sure my head was right. I was journaling, seeking therapy. And if I needed to, I just would sit in peace and silence. That's it. I also was getting more into nature too. I just really enjoyed silence. So I would just sit down and just look outside and be like, wow, what a beautiful day. Look how green the trees are. You know what I'm saying? Like, just noticing things. You just notice more when you have all these distractions cut out of you. So that was honestly the most tranquil I've ever been in my life. And I would love to go back to that, but you know, life gets busy. But I'm happy I had that experience.